Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lainey. Thank you so much for stopping by. In today's video, I'm going to be doing an update to my Panthoseeyeshadows eyeshadows, so if you're interested in seeing that, then just keep on watching. Before we get into that though, if you're new here, please remember to hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video from me. Alright, so this is a project that was originally started by Alexi. I will link her channel down below, but since then, so many people have taken Panthoseeyeshadows eyeshadows and made it into their own way. I will link all my rules down below. Basically, I put together a prompt list of 100 prompts. Some of those are repeating. I will link the spreadsheet down below, but I did make a second tab where it has no repeating prompts if you're interested in not doing that. But basically, I'm randomly generating those prompts and then picking an eyeshadow to go along with it. And this has been really, really successful for me this year. I've been able to hit a lot of eyeshadow pans and I'm really happy with how it's working out. I'm definitely going to be doing this next year. When it gets closer to the end of the year, I think I'm going to put a community post up and just kind of see if there are any other prompts you guys would like to see added into the spreadsheet. But yeah, I've had really good success. This is a 2-month update because I missed last month, and yeah, I am really excited. So let's just hop right into the update. Oh, and don't forget to check out the other creators who are doing it this way with my prompts. I will link them down below, but Ruth is doing it, Misty, Haley, there's a handful of people doing it, so I will link them all down below. All right, so this is the color story I was working with where we last left off. First up, I had the oldest shadow in this project, and this is Moonspell from Lunar Beauty. This was for a green matte eyeshadow, and I rolled in the shade Marnie. And as you can see, I hit pan. It's not the biggest pan, but it is pan. So now I have 5 eyeshadow pans in this palette, which I'm really, really happy about. And it took me 6 more uses to hit pan, so I'm really happy to have another pan in this eyeshadow palette. I'm sure it will make an appearance again soon because it likes to be in this project, and I like to have it in the project. Next, I got the prompt Any Matte, and at the time I decided to pick the Flight Club palette from Menagerie, and I went with the shade Squeak, which is right up here. I have used this 2 more times, which means I've used it 4 times in the project as a whole, and I have 16 more uses until I can roll it out, unless I hit pan first. There's a slight dip going, but there's not much. I wish I picked a different matte, but I'm still going to keep it in the project, and hopefully I can focus on it a lot more this month. And I forgot to show you the up-close swatches, but this green is Marnie, and then this like kind of like purpley taupe is Squeak from Menagerie. So yeah, this has 16 more uses or pan. I just need to kick up the usage more, but that's okay. I keep rolling eyeshadow into different projects and I need to stop. Next up, I got the prompt like a shadow that starts with W, and I chose a shade from the At Forest Sight palette from ColourPop and Raw Beauty Christie, and I chose the shade West Coast, this gold right here. So as you can see, I have not hit pan. I've got a little bit of a dip going. It's quite a wide dip, but I used this 5 times over the last 2 months, which means I have 15 more uses to go. This is the gold right here, and I'm surprisingly enjoying using it. This is a color that's a little bit outside of my comfort zone. It's not a color I typically go for. It's a very bright yellow gold. I found my little like spatula in my little like palette to mix eyeshadow with Duraline on, and I have this like vision for this look of like using one of these 2 like the teal or the blue like all over the lid, and then doing like a gold wing with West Coast. I have that look like envisioned in my head, and I hope it turns out the way I want it to. But I need to do that, and that will definitely give me some use because I have to like scrape out some eyeshadow. I don't mind doing that for this project. I try not to do that for like my Battleship project pan, but for any other projects, that's totally fair game. So yeah, I'm still working on this. I'm surprisingly enjoying using it. I know 5 uses is not a lot for 2 months, but I've been focusing on a lot of my other project eyeshadows or just my other eyeshadow palettes in general. So, and I had a lot of no makeup days. So anyway, that's my long-winded answer for that. Next up, I got a ColourPop shimmer, and I decided I wanted to try to hit pan on a Super Shock in a palette. And so I picked the Child palette from their Star Wars collaboration, and I chose the shade Precious Cargo, which is this light white with a slight, like yellowy shimmer to it. But yeah, as you can see, there is a dip forming, but these are very, very firm compared to other ColourPop Super Shocks. I used this 4 times, so that means I have 16 more uses or pan to go. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but it's this shade right here. So it's quite an iridescent shade. And then finally, we got something that is from a mainstream brand, and I chose a shade from the Natasha Denona Love Palette. I chose the shade Pure Love, which is this one right in the middle, and I have used that 2 times. And so technically that would mean I have 18 more uses to go, but I've decided I'm going to use one of my Vetos and roll this out. I'm going to keep the prompt in my list so I can, hit that goal at a later date. I just am not enjoying working on this eyeshadow. I'm really unimpressed with the Natasha Denona shimmers. Here it is swatched out. It's just very satiny, and I just don't enjoy using it. So I'm not going to make myself do that. So I think this is my second veto I'm using this year, but so I'm gonna be vetoing this out and then keeping the prompt in the list so we could get the mainstream prompt again. And then I hit pan on Marnie, so we are gonna be rolling in 2 new shadows into this project. All right, so adding that prompt back into my list, I have 86 prompts left, so let's just roll 2. We've got 57 and 11, so let's see what we got. 57 is a shadow that starts with L, and 11 is a shadow you've never used before. So I'm gonna take a moment, figure out what I wanna do, and I will be right back. All right, I am back. I picked out my colors, I have swatched them. Let's get into it. So I got the prompt, a shadow you haven't used before, so I decided to pick out one of my new Terra Moon shadows. And so I decided to go with the shadow M51. So this is what it looks like. It's a really, really pretty shifting shiny shade. It seems like it might be a little flaky, so that could be a good or a bad thing. I've only ever swatched this shadow literally right now, which I'll show you once I show you the other shade, but I'm excited to work on it and see what I can do with it. And then I got a shadow that starts with the letter L, and I realized because I am rolling out one matte shadow, I need to roll in another matte shadow. So I decided to go with one from the Beauty Bay Wilderness palette, and I went with the shade Leaf, which is this one right here next to the green pan in the shade Lime. So it's a really, really pretty green shade. I think it'll complement some of the other shadows I'm working on really, really well. So this was my old color story, and then I swatched it really awkwardly, but here is my new color story. So we've got Squeak, West Coast, we've got Precious Cargo, M51, and Leaf. So I am really excited to work on these shadows. It's nice to have 2 new shades to roll in, even though I didn't get anywhere near my goal on the Natasha Denona shade, but I'm okay with that. It was not a shade I wanted to work on anyway, and I want this to be fun, but also still a challenge. So I'm really excited about the new shades. I am hoping next month maybe I can hit pan on these 2 ColourPop shimmers, potentially if I work really hard on it. I just keep forgetting about Precious Cargo, to be honest, and then I've got a decent dip going. If I use this with Duraline, I think I could be able to get some good use on it. So hopefully I can roll at least these 2 out, and even potentially the Beauty Bay one, because these are really easy to hit pan on if I really focus on it. So yeah, that is my update. I hope your pan shadows are going well if you are participating in this project, and let me know what you think down below. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, leave a comment if you like down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!